So basically, yeah. As you guys know, it's Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So I thought this month was a good time to make this video and to say this story about me, because obviously everyone's trying to raise awareness on it, having more people coming out, more people sticking together about this, and I feel like this is the right time. I'm old enough to talk about this, and just want to obviously share you guys a bit of my story on it and experience with sexual assault, and also like my ways forward and my thoughts and etc. Obviously, when I was a bit younger, I think I'd moved here. I'd been here for a year. I was about 6 or something like that. And obviously, I had this friend called D. We'll call him D. And obviously, I was very young. You'd buy me, like, you know, them old World Cup books where you put the World Cup cards you get, or Match Attack books. You put them in, or Doctor Who's Top Trumps. You'd always buy me all them books and all these cards. You'd buy me mix-ups, sweets, and all this, that. And obviously, while he was getting me like these things, obviously he would take me into his, and he would wank me off and to touch places where he shouldn't. And like it's a bit awkward talking about this, because I still find it weird, and like to think that happened to me when I was so young. Luckily it hasn't affected me in a bad way, but just even when I look back on it, it's just absolutely disgusting. And I don't want to put no blame on anyone else, like my mom, for letting me out, because obviously we just came. I'd made friends with his with his nephew, yeah, that's the word, with his nephew, and obviously he was my age, and we would hang out together, chill together all the time. But whenever his nephew wasn't there, I would go out, and obviously he's not there, and those are the times where these things would happen. And it was just like awful, and just the way I felt when he was doing these things. Like you don't speak, you just let it happen, and you just don't know how to feel. And I don't know why I didn't speak about it. Maybe I thought like, he's buying me all these stuff, I need to do this for him. And I don't even know like how to explain it. It's absolutely horrible feeling, and you know, you just go home with this thing in your head thinking, is this normal, is this all right? It was just horrible, and I've kept it with me for like so long, and I just don't want anyone else to ever go through something like this. I just want to raise awareness on these things, because I don't want anyone else to go through like these things that I went through when I was younger, just simply of the fact I didn't say anything. And I feel like if I had spoke or said anything, it could have had some sort of resolution. Also, like, I understand it's difficult to speak about it, because you know, how are you going to just go to your mom, oh mom, by the way, the guy who lives 4 doors down the street has been touching my willy, you know what I mean? How can you just go say that, you know what I mean? It's just such an awkward conversation, and you just feel scared that like, if you say something, what's he gonna do to you? And like, you just feel trapped. Like, he was never horrible, he never like did anything. It was manipulative, innit? He's so nice to me. Like, I thought he was like one of my great friends till these things happen. It's just absolutely horrendous. You just can't comprehend what's going on. You just let it happen, you get it over and done with, and it's just like, okay, you need to speak up about these things. Don't be scared. Talk to a friend, a parent, preferably a parent or a teacher, especially if you're younger, because a lot of my audience is younger. I just don't want you guys, if you're going through something like this, yeah, don't be scared to speak about this, because if you just keep quiet and let it happen, who knows when it can stop. Luckily for me, we moved away and it stopped, but I know people who will be getting like sexually assaulted for such a long periods of their life. I want to move on to obviously, lads, look, we are the main perpetrators of sexual assaults on women, you know what I mean? And I feel like one of the reasons for this is education. Obviously, there are some sick people who you could educate, tell them right from wrong, and they'll still do this, and yeah, fuck them. But obviously, there are people like from young ages. We need to be teaching people from young ages what's right and wrong, and help shape the future, you know what I mean? And it's like, even nowadays, I feel like sexual assault happens a lot more often than people actually realize, and it's more common. But it's just like this thing of like, it's not that serious. You don't want to be a snitch, you don't want to say anything. And one of the big places where these things happen is like house parties, sessions. Yeah, I feel so sorry for a lot of girls, because I put my hand up. I am guilty for not speaking up back in the day. For like, you'd see a lot of times like a lad, obviously, right, a lad gets with a lass, you neck on with a bloody blonde, and then obviously later on in the night, especially when people are sleeping over, you be trying to smash. Nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? But the problem is, boys don't know boundaries, you know what I mean, right? If a girl doesn't say no, that doesn't mean she's saying yes. And that's where a lot of people get like the iffy ground, you know what I mean? Or she wanted it, she didn't say anything, she didn't tell me to stop. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of guys make it very uncomfortable and very difficult for a lass to say stop, you know what I mean? They use emotional blackmail, and you can clearly tell that someone doesn't want to do it. I understand there's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to graft the lass, you know what I mean? It's not going to come easy, you know what I mean? If it was easy, then everyone would be smashing. So obviously, you got to graft as well, but we've got to know the boundaries between grafting and sexual assault, you know what I mean? I see times where there is a lad lying on top of a girl at a session, you know, I'm slipped in the next bed, and she's clearly like, oh, I don't really want to do this, I'm not sure, I don't think I'm ready. And then obviously the guy's like, oh, come on, oh, your friends have done it, stop being frigid, blah, 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 blah. And then obviously she just gives in, because think about it, a lot of these times, these sessions will last all night. So you're with this guy for another 7 hours and he's just begging you, pestering you, doing things, kissing you, blah, 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 blah. And then you just give in and you just want it over and done with. Just like in my situation, you just want it over and done with, and then you can get on with your life. And a lot of people, like, I feel like, especially like positions like where you're the popular one, or, you know what I mean, like, it's hard to talk about because you don't want to be seen as a killjoy, a grass, or you're making it up, you know what I mean? It's absolutely horrendous, and I feel sorry for people like that. And I feel like, especially like a lot of people who people say are easy girls are actually not easy girls, but just because they have this like representation of their easy girls, a lot of guys will be like, oh, she'll definitely sleep with me, you know what I mean? That's not the case. She might have been attracted to another guy and probably not attracted to you, but a lot of these guys will put on that pressure and like keep trying because they know that, oh, this guy Steven, he kept trying and he finally got it. So if I do the exact same, I can get it. But this is not okay, you know what I mean? A lot of people are not comfortable with this. There are some people who are comfortable with a bit of graft, you know what I mean? It's like at a party, you could slap one girl's bum, totally fine, hard, sexy. And then you slap another girl's bum, and if she does not like it, then you've got to respect that, you know what I mean? So the thing is, yeah, just because one girl's alright with it and another girl isn't, doesn't mean she'll be able to try out both, you know what I mean? It's absolutely a horrible feeling being like sexually touched especially when you don't want it, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, lads, we just need to stop this kind of behavior. I know you want to smash and use a horny, but that is not the right way to do it. I've been in rooms where a girl's fully saying, I don't really want to, no, maybe another time. You can tell. So if she's saying no, maybe another time, then why do you keep pursuing? Because you know that she's going to give in with the pressure. And this is not right. This is horrible. Fellas, just keep it in your pants if you don't want it, geezer, you know what I'm saying? The main message I wanted to get out of this is don't be afraid to talk. Talk, get help, speak to a teacher, a parent, and there are people out there who want to help you. And on months like these, Sexual Health Awareness Month, this is where we come together to stand up against sexual assault. And it's just it's still just a mad one, because I do understand a lot of people don't speak about it, because I've kept this secret with me for 22 years. So there's people who've been keeping it for a year, some people keeping it longer than me, and it's just one of them where it's difficult to talk about. Yeah, if you know someone who's going through these things, if you see guys at parties doing these things, or girls, vice versa, just stand up about it as well. Being silent is not good. That's what I would always think. I'll think, you know what, it's got nothing to do with me. If she doesn't want it, she'll say something. A lot of the time she can't. She's being pressured, you know what I mean? You say something, tell your friends. Don't let your friend be a sexual assaulter. That's the correct term, you know what I mean? You don't want to be friends with someone like that, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. But yeah, speak. Stop sexual assaulting people as well, you.